Honey blush. All right, good morning. This is the Kingsburg Downtown Business Improvement District Advisory Board. Today is March 3rd, and our start time is 8 a.m. All of our board members, aside from Mr. Safarjan, will be in attendance today. Julianne Williams will be joining us as soon as she handles a little bit of business. First item here is to approve the agenda to better accommodate members of the public or inconvenience in the order of presentation. Items on the agenda may not be presented or acted upon in the order listed. Additions to the agenda may be added only pursuant to California Government Code Section 54954.2B. Do we have anyone to approve the agenda?
I make a motion to approve the agenda.
A second? Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Thank you. Moving on to public comment. Yay.
Hello,
Good morning. State your name, please.
Lauren Nickel, Executive Director for the Kingsburg District Chamber of Commerce. Happy Tuesday. I wanted to put on the radar a couple of things for the bid today. Nominations are open for our annual awards. There is a form up on the website. If you can't find it, you may call me. We've had some technical difficulties, but they are available. We are accepting for all categories, including Business of the Year, Ag Business of the Year, Citizen of the Year, Junior Citizen of the Year, and then Mid-Valley Disposal will take care of Recycler of the Year. So if you know any well-meaning and deserving business people and individuals who deserve to be honored on Tuesday, March 24th at 6 p.m. at Ramos Torres Winery, we would love to receive your nominations. Did also want to confirm Car Show is happening on April 17th and 18th. The cruise night will begin at the Selma Auto Mall around 3 p.m. And then we will have everybody down in the Draper Street corridor that evening. So good opportunity for folks maybe to extend hours. And then Saturday the 18th from 10 to 4 will be the actual car show itself. I'm happy to partner up on marketing for that. We'll talk. We've talked about it in the past, and we'll continue to do so. So thanks to the BID for being such a good partner to this chamber over time. Very happy and proud to have all of our big events in this district. I'm around
Still seeking sponsors.
We are still seeking sponsors. Predominantly at the $2,000 and $1,000 level would be great. You do get your logo on the t-shirt. The t-shirts are a very hot commodity at the car show. Would highly recommend getting on that. We've had a handful of folks come through already. Go team. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Any other public comment at this time? No. Moving on to our regular calendar. First item is to approve the minutes from the 2/3/26 meeting as presented by City Clerk Abigail Palsgard. Do we have a nomination to approve the minutes from February 3rd?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Do we have a second?
I will second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Minutes are approved. Item number 2, spring stroll. Member Carrasco.
Would it be okay to defer this to a little bit later when Julianne's here too?
Absolutely.
She's part of our spring committee.
Absolutely. Okay. We're going to move on to item number 3, Draper Street corner improvements. That's myself, Chairman Carpenter. Abigail is getting me a list of all the folks who have corners. And I've talked to my wholesale nurseryman, and I have talked to a few people that have corners so far. People that I know that do their corners pretty regularly. And then, good morning. And then also too, I've talked to a couple of my friends that are in the landscape business that may be able to make some time to sit if we can do a workshop. So I've been working on it a little bit here and there. Anyone have questions, thoughts, Daniel, you have any questions about any of this project?
No,
We're good.
no questions. Yeah, no questions. We're good. So
I'll keep you in the loop.
definitely.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alrighty. One thing that somebody asked me about, one of the people in the business that asked me about sprinklers, all sprinklers in every corner are
So
reasonably-
all of there's a mixture. So some of them have been converted to drip, and then others have spray heads. Our preference would be to convert them all to drip. The only thing is the drip irrigation does run a little bit longer than the spray head. So when we have a mixture, it does kind of create some irrigation issues, depending on what's currently installed.
Okay,
But like I said, if we're looking to make some changes, like I said, just let me know and we can see what we can do to accommodate those. So.
okay, all righty. That was, you know, from a nurseryman, what's the water like? So, okay, all right. So that's what I have to report. So hopefully by next month, I will have everything and people in place because we really need to get planting and get it going for the, you know, so we'd be a month in before Swedish Festival to have a little bit of growth. I am able to get us a little bit bigger pot sizes so that we won't have to start from tinies. So anyway, that's kind of what's going on there. Questions, anyone? Okay, thank you. Item number 4, the micro grant application for Swedish phone booths. Miss Pelsgard, please.
All right, good morning, everyone. I've been filling out the micro grant application. I know that Daniel and Amanda are you available to walk after the meeting today?
Yes.
So once I get the actual location, then I'll include that in the application. But my biggest question is the quote that we got from Cindy Regier shows the total amount for the Swedish phone booth at $6,600. And then when you guys made the motion at the last meeting, it was for $3,000, the micro grants and matching grant. So if we were awarded that, it would be for $6,000, and then council would want to know where the other $600 to complete the project. Or I don't know if you guys want to change it to 3,300 and ask for 3,300 to get the full amount, or how you want to proceed with that.
That's up to you guys. I have some sponsors lined up. So,
So would you have a sponsorship for the $600? Okay, so in the grant, I could put that private sponsorship if that's,
mhm.
okay. And then my last question is, at the last meeting, we're talking with Daniel for Public Works, he was talking about, we're talking about maintenance, and he said that the city would enter into an MOU about somebody that's going to be in charge of maintenance, and I
Mhm.
need to include that in the application also. So would the bid be the person listed in the MOU to fund maintenance for it, or?
How much are we thinking a year? I mean, it's what,
It's hard to
maintenance
say,
at this
yeah.
point would be like cleaning, right?
Cleaning, yeah, I mean, like I said, if it needs to get repainted or if something gets damaged, then those would just be the items that would need to be considered. So I'm assuming minimal, you know, it might grow as the years go on, but I think initially it shouldn't be very much, so.
Do you know when in Cindy's bid, as far as painting this, is this something that SNS is gonna cover? Is it gonna be powder coated? Is it gonna be hand painted? Is it, you know, what's the durability of the construction?
I believe it was going to be powder coated.
Okay. And though, is it gonna be one straight color? Because the examples they gave us were quite intricate.
I think they wanted it to be intricate, so I'm not sure.
Does she have someone in place to do that painting?
That I don't know.
It doesn't actually have paint listed. It just says metal frame, and it also has decals. So I don't know, just throwing that out there.
Do you want me to reach out to Cindy to confirm in this quote that the paint is included in there?
Just a quick comment, I mean, just because if they are decals, I know that there are decals that are made for outdoor and they are durable.
Yeah,
But we do get really hot here, and depending on where the sun hits it or, you know, the rain or whatever else that we may have, sometimes they do degrade and I mean, they start to peel, and once they start to peel, then, you know, they need to get replaced. So those are just kind of some of the items that, you know, you guys would need to consider for maintenance.
yeah. It's an ever evolving project.
The decal specific line item was $500. If
Okay.
that helps.
Yeah. Okay, so, I mean, in a way, I don't really have a problem us being listed as the maintenance party because we are kind of like the maintenance party to trash cans that we implemented. Like if we had to replace one or if something, you know, that, or if they got tagged or whatever, that's kind of, so I mean, that would be like us taking on the maintenance of another capital improvement. So, do I need to make a motion for that, or you just want to list us in there?
Guys,
List, my general consensus.
when I was filling it out, so I
Yeah.
just want to make sure. I
So,
spoke to you
Right.
guys.
I mean, just a straw poll here, I would be okay with us being assume the maintenance of those.
Agree.
All right.
Yeah, I think all that was more or less discussed. Even though some of it was still open, I think we all were on some.
Okay, I just
Yeah.
needed confirmation. I didn't want to.
Thank you.
I didn't want to just fill it out and say that you guys were going to do it without.
Okay.
All right.
So we're moving forward on that.
Yes, and for the
Awesome.
location that we were talking about in front of Fugazi's, is that the city's right away, or does the building owner own that?
We maintained that location. I mean, we removed the tree and we would take care of that. So,
Reach out then to
Yeah.
the building owner, just.
I mean,
they
we
have to
could
get the
verify.
Property owner.
Yeah.
on.
So we would verify before we completed the application. So,
And we're talking about the bump out that's closest to Fugazi's patio.
correct.
And you can see the hole, for lack of a better word, where the tree was.
Yeah.
But it does look like there's dining around it, so we would want to just double check with them that that's a place they would be comfortable with, basically in replacing it instead of the tree.
Okay. All right. And you guys are gonna walk after meeting?
Yeah.
Okay, just let me know. I can't,
Okay.
but let me know. And, because I think that would be a great place to start.
Mhm.
I can take some pictures and Abigail can email them to the board.
Perfect. Okay,
Yeah.
appreciate that. All right, any other talk on that project? Nope. All right, and let's come back to item number 2. Good morning, Miss Julianne. Spring stroll.
We deferred this until you got here because I said we need to wait because you're on the committee.
Oh, thank you.
So the three of us have collectively chatted about this event and have come up with some great things. I think the bulk of it. So we want to share that with you guys, and then post meeting, it'll be shared out to bid businesses. Then it would be shared out to the public. So like we discussed last meeting, the date is Thursday, April 23rd. And we are going with the spring stroll, dropping the ladies' night, and it's just an all-inclusive spring stroll. And we talked about doing a collective kind of a stamp card, punch card vibe like we've done in the past, where the more places you visit, the more entries you would get into some type of a raffle. We talked about doing maybe a tiered system where you get 5 punches and you could win a smaller prize. You get 8 punches, you can win a medium prize. You fill out the entire punch card, you can get that grand prize entry. So something to where people feel like come and go as you please, but the more of our bid businesses that you visit that day, the better.
Mhm.
So that's kind of that's the goal, is to keep them moving and keep them strolling. We didn't have a designated starting location in mind, but I know we did that last year. So open to that. But we did have a designated ending spot, being the wine bar. And that could be the place where the collection occurs. So everyone will drop off their final punch cards at that place. The raffle drawing would be done either that night or the next day, and prizes can be picked up with Abigail, if that's okay. And it would be concluded, just that. We talked about some photo opportunity spots, spreading them out throughout downtown, and showcasing them maybe near our current board's businesses, because that is a little bit spread out. So doing one maybe by the Village Mall, doing something on your side of the street here on Draper, and then doing one over by like your side, and then having something in front of your store. So having 3 to 4 different photo spots, or like Instagram moments, basically. Okay, what else?
Trolley.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
We need to put in an application for that,
Okay.
because we're.
For the whole time period?
What's next week? What do you mean, about 5:30 to 8:30? What did we decide?
I think that's what it is.
Oh.
Here, I have my graphic right here. Hold on.
I'm like, really?
We've talked a few options.
Exactly.
For the prizes for the raffle, Are we going to go to bid businesses to
So
get prices?
the similar to, okay, sorry, the
Yeah.
time period 5:30 to 8:30. So similar to last year, Julianne's going to draft and she has, and it sounds really nice already. An invitation to all of our downtown businesses to participate in the event. And there'll be a couple options to participate. Just being open that night is participating, but you can also contribute to the raffle, and that would be an optional level of participation if you want to. And then they can bring those raffle prizes to the city hall, or we could pick them up and we can put together some type of collective baskets or things in advance. We did put a cutoff date for the raffle, so that will be in the email as well to give our board members the opportunity to put these together. And then we also put a cutoff date to be listed on the punch card, and we need to work. I think we're gonna call it a passport. It goes a little bit better with the Shakespearean like thing. So we are gonna give them a hard deadline to be included on that so that we can have those printed and done and passed out well before the event. However, if someone wants to participate last minute, they absolutely can. They just won't be listed on the punch card, but they could still be shared on social media that they're participating. Because I think that was our little bit of our dragging our feet last year was because we kept having people add on, which was so welcome and like we want them to, but it delayed the printing. So we want to have that, we want to conquer that in advance.
And we made that deadline April 13th.
That sounds good. Like 10 days in advance, right? Ish, yeah.
And we could always leave a little line that says, you know, other or something. So if somebody joined late, they could put their name on there and be a part of
Yeah.
things, at least on the punch card. So their name is out there.
So the theme is a Shakespearean theme?
It's Shakespeare's birthday.
Mhm.
Yes.
Like we can like dress up again? and
Yes,
stuff?
exactly. We said our verbiage was Victorian spring attire encouraged. Because how do you say dress up like your favorite Shakespeare? You know, so we
And I hope we have some sprites.
we went with Victorian. And we're open to suggestions on that because it hasn't been sent out yet, but that's kind of what we went with. And the invitation is worded accordingly, and it sounds very on theme and like it has a cohesive branding vibe. We want to submit to the businesses one flyer that can be shared amongst everybody. Ideally, our social media would post it and then we share that. It's always better to, instead of creating your own post, sharing these.
And
Yeah, it really helps to drive traffic if you just push everybody to follow the same downtown account and sharing that event. And then we can work with Quinn to do small promotions in advance. Like last year, we did a video promotion, stuff like that. But really driving everybody to that one post and letting it have some virality. Is that the right word? Yeah.
So we titled it Much Ado About Spring,
love it.
for our Shakespeare fan. One idea that Michelle had was, do we go to the high school and see if anyone from the theater department, I want to come and do like little vignettes of,
That's so
you know,
cute.
where people could stop and they do a little Shakespearean experience or, and anyway, so we haven't addressed that. We just,
They do have the it's, you know, holidays typically, but they have the carolers that do events and they dress in costume. Like that could
Yeah.
be really fun too. What are they called?
yeah,
They're
Dickens
Dickens
Carol.
carolers.
yes,
Yeah.
Dickens, yeah.
Yeah, but maybe something like that. And that I feel like maybe we could wrap them into it. The theater department would be a great idea.
It was Michelle's.
Good call.
I'm just bringing it up.
I know, I can give you the email, the.
And I will call the high school today or this week for sure. I'll get them and
Okay.
see. I mean, I don't have any contacts there, but I'm sure they can tell me who runs the theater.
So, I mean,
I think I have their information
Okay.
from sponsors and stuff. I think I have all that.
do you want to hear the wording of the invitation? or-
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
It's so we titled it Much Ado About Spring, a downtown Kingsburg spring stroll. Shall I compare thee to a springtime eve, Thou art more lovely and more temperate. And then if we reference William Shakespeare, join us for an evening of merriment and revelry as downtown Kingsburg bursts into bloom for a festive spring promenade filled with sipping, shopping, and strolling. Thursday, April 23rd, 5:30, 8:30. Wander the charming streets, visit participating downtown businesses, and collect stamps upon thy event passport for a chance to win delightful prizes. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind. A midsummer's night dream. Victorian spring tire encouraged bonnets, waistcoats, parasols, florals, and all seasonal finery welcome. This, above all, to thine own self be true. For more information, at downtown Kingsburg, for now is the winter of our discontent made glorious spring.
Aw.
And then we had the fun tie-in at the very end to have some type of a collection box
Yes.
at the wine bar that says all's well that ends well. And then that's where you drop your
Cute.
passport. Yeah. We
Nice
got
job,
the
Lee.
details down.
Good job.
There's some ideas for sure.
Okay,
Do we need to make a motion to approve the trolley budget? Okay,
yeah.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Do you need any additional funds for anything? Not really, huh?
Well, unless we need to pay the high school kids or, I don't
Yeah.
know, because usually they charge a little fees for their, keeping up their uniforms and all that.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then possibly printing. I know in the past
Yeah.
we've printed utilizing city accounts. Is that still an option? Okay, so no need for
Okay.
printing funds.
And then what about the little IG spots?
Signage. I know we have like a step and repeat, or in the past we've had like a logo board. Do we still have access to something like that? Okay, so that's that. Okay, we'll brainstorm some more ideas for that. Okay.
Okay. I have kind of a little back burner, and I hopefully this will happen before, we'll see. Getting us a few more, signs, for the trolley, they put in front of the trolley stops. I have a local fabricator that I kind of talked to, see about donating.
Amazing.
So, yeah.
We like that. This is a fancy word.
Yeah, so we'll see what we can do. So I'm working on that too. Okay. The only thing I would say is, about the whole Shakespearean thing is, and this is just being like a little bit, is that like Shakespeare wasn't like totally, he's like very early Victorian. So, and Victorian might look like we dressed last year, but the majority of the folks aren't going to know that. Just
Yeah.
me. Just me, I'm sorry. But,
Would you
yeah.
like me to update it to say?
Yeah,
early
can
Victorian?
you
Yeah,
suggest
yeah,
another
it's just a little
version?
bit, or like, or theater attire or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, but it doesn't matter. It really
Well,
doesn't
and I
matter. Like,
said- and I
the
said
aristocracy would dress like we dressed last year to go to the plays.
Yeah, and I sent Ashley like this thing, or Amanda, what's Ashley? Oh, the person I was just talking to on the phone before I got here. I sent Amanda a thing that has a little mask on it, and
Yeah.
just like as an inspiration,
Mhm.
because she's really good. Amanda can do those. I
Yep.
am not a Canva person. I have zero creativity.
Lies.
No, I'm really not, but with like a mask on it to try to get in some of that theater. So if there's some better verbiage, please suggest it to us, because
I mean, we can just take that word completely out, and then the invitation says spring attire encouraged, but you might, I mean, then it goes into bonnets, waistcoats, parasols, florals. So if you
did
want to
they, did
just,
they not?
okay,
Okay.
if you want us to take that word out, we can.
And I'm getting really off in the weeds, and so.
No, it's really fun. I mean, I'm just trying to think, like, do we say like, do you, yes, like, do you, like,
Most people.
either, saying like we could think about something like aristocracy versus bard.
No, I mean, I just wanted you guys,
People always have opinions. I'll just
Throw it
guard
out
you
there,
against-
yeah.
Just guard you against.
So how about we say your best spring attire encouraged? And
Sure.
just drop Victoria.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
easy.
We're not,
And
we're
not
not,
done,
we're not
not
married
sent
to
out.
anything on there.
No, and I'm
No,
not,
no.
and I don't want to get into your guys' because you're doing great work. I don't want to, but anyway. Okay, we have anything else today?
Just a little update that and I could have shared this at the last meeting and forgot to. The bid was asked to join the, Fresno. Oh my gosh, you come up and tell us. So we had, I came because you were out of town and we went to the, historic train
Train
depot
depot.
and we had a little, kind of a tour and then had a little chat. And that was the Fresno Economic Development downtown, like their downtown
It's the
bid.
Downtown
basically.
Fresno
Thank
Partnership.
you.
I got you.
Losing my words. So that was really good and that was a good morning. I didn't know if you wanted to share about that because it was kind of something that we represented our board for and also the chamber and gave them a little behind the scenes tour of downtown, if you will. And it was nice to connect with another bid on a much larger level. I mean, their downtown is obviously sizably larger than ours. So it was fun to talk about our similarities and our differences. And there's a lot of differences, but there were some similarities too. Yeah, I don't know if you want to share anything else about it, but just wanted to share that
It
we
was
did.
Fresno Chamber, Fresno bid
So all the acronyms, they
Yes,
sound so
all the
similar, right?
acronyms.
So the folks that came out were Elliot Balch and his program manager, Esteban Harabia from the Downtown Fresno Partnership. They are a 501c6 organization that contracts with the city of Fresno to administrate the downtown business improvement district, which includes the Fulton Street corridor and a number of other blocks in downtown Fresno. They're the agency that's responsible for putting on their Christmas parades, working with their property owners, any sort of, organized thing that happens there. So they are doing a lot of work with the high-speed rail and then with their Chinatown Fresno Foundation. So there's a degree of historic preservation that they're working collaboratively on. And so when I came over to work at the chamber, their CEO is a friend of mine, and he said, I've not been to Kingsburg for a while, would love to come out and see what you guys are doing. I said, you should come tour the depot. They're in the bid, and they do a really great program with the schools and at our community events. So they came out and sat with Amanda and I, and we walked and had lunch at Roadhouse, and it was just good to compare notes. Cheat off their homework maybe a little bit. Their parades that they run are huge, like 100+ entries. Ours tend to waver around 30 for the small ones, bigger for Swedish Festival. But yeah, it was really nice to be able to sit and do that meeting with the chamber and the bid at the same time. So thank you for your partnership and looking forward to more things like that in the future. Thanks, Amanda.
Mhm.
There's one other item. Jolene has a guest with us and she wanted to introduce herself. She's new to our district. But they came in a little bit after public comment, so we're gonna allow them to come on up if so desire. Good morning.
Good morning. My name's Casey Hansen, and you guys have probably been wondering who's going to be inside this little store right here in front of Magosh. That's myself. We are technically, it's my second store location. My first store is located in Selma, third time's a charm vintage market and venue. I'll be opening this store on Saturday as a soft opening. We were going to try to do kind of a grand, but it's coming up very quickly. So we did do a little bit of sprucing up the place. So it took me a little bit longer than expected. I'm a very extremely busy, hands in a lot of different things business owner. So I will be predominantly working the store. So you'll see my face here a lot. Our schedule that we're going to tentatively open for this month of March will be Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 6. We're looking forward to adding some interesting dynamic to your guys's city here. We are technically a collective in Selma. I'm going to do something, our co-op, I'm sorry, we're going to do a collective here in Kingsburg. So it's going to be a little bit different than my Selma store as far as the co-op goes. It's pretty much vintage, repurposed, shabby chic, home decor. You'll find things from furniture to one-of-a-kind items to repurposed. We are a disposable culture. And so one of the things that are really important to me is that why are we continuing to fill our landfill with things from old times that were made so well and so beautiful, and we're just throwing them away because either we don't like them or we're buying something from current times that's just going to break anyways and having to continue to keep rebuying that same thing. So again, I'm talking about home decor. So I'm talking about furniture, chinaware, wall decor. There will be no fashion, so you won't find any clothing. You won't find any jewelry, anything like that. It's mostly things, items that you can use in the home. But it will be vintage, antique, repurposed, and those items. Rustic, a little bit of rustic. If you guys haven't seen my store in Selma, I encourage you to look me up on Facebook, Third Time's a Charm Vintage Market and Venue. The difference between the name here and there is I won't have a venue here. My venue's not open in Selma quite yet. It keeps kind of getting put on the back burner, but eventually it will have a small venue in the back of the store. Did you guys have any questions for me? Any
Welcome.
advice for me?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, you're here, so that's my
Yeah.
number one piece of advice is to get
Yeah.
involved downtown.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And that's why I was really happy to hear from Jolene. She was very quick to get a hold of me, which I was very happy about. And so I will try my best to be here on your guys' Tuesdays just to kind of get a feel and a vibe for what's going on. I heard you guys talking about the stroll. I think that's going to be amazing. And that is something I'm very flexible with. So I will be very much involved with any of that stuff.
Okay.
I don't know how to get involved as far as like if you guys have a calendar of events that's for the year. A lot of people are talking about all the different events you guys do. So I'm super excited about it and want to participate and help and donate and do all those things. I very much love to do that. So I look forward to helping you guys with whatever I can help you with as a business owner. But I don't know what I don't know either. So if there's resources for me to reach out, I plan to hopefully get involved with the chamber. And hopefully I'll get some, and then like I said, be here with you guys on the first Tuesday of the month just to kind of see what's going on. Do you guys have a calendar of events that pretty much
So,
goes out?
The majority of our events downtown are driven by the Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
We personally sponsor 2 events currently right now. We do the spring event, which we're talking about today. And then we also have like our holiday kickoff where we kick off the 4th quarter for all of our businesses within the district. That's a holiday open house. Those are the 2 that we really dive into. We're always there to partner with the chamber, but if you go down and speak with Lauren, she can get you a whole list of all the events that they do: car show, Yule Grands, Swedish Festival, Crayfish. All of that, summer band concerts, everything like that. She can plug you into all those. The difference between chamber and this board is that we serve just 154-ish businesses within our boundaries of our district. Chamber, they expand out to the whole city and other cities. So there's, you're going to get a broader, we're here for, to help you improve your business, and we're all here. Like, come and sit with us anytime you want and talk about, what are the shopping habits downtown? What's the public like? What do I look out for? Where do I send them before, after? Our doors are always open to learn, help. I'm a huge proponent of that. When my girlfriend opened a store, I was like, okay, here's the deal. We're going to, A, B, C, and D, you sell you, I'm going to sell me, and so we've always kind of like fostered that next entrepreneur step for people. So we're always here to help you. And then chamber can help you expand out of our district, but there's always opportunities.
Great.
So yeah, welcome.
The nice thing about our events is that they're usually perpetual dates. So it's the same like 3rd Saturday of May every year. So on our website, we do list like the perpetual dates. So you can kind of see them too. Like our holiday kickoff is the 1st Saturday in November.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but Lauren can give you specific dates. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, I'm going to give you guys this. It is posted on my window over there, but you guys are welcome to share it, pass it around. Like I said, I know Chamber does the ribbon cutting, so I'm not sure when or how that works. So when I meet with them, hopefully they'll give me that information. And then I'm thinking
You're
probably
Getting a
Back on your
thumbs up
jacket
right behind you.
behind you.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the girl.
Yeah, for sure.
Sounds
So,
like it's fun.
and then I'm hoping maybe to do a larger scale of a grand opening, hopefully towards the end of this month. And I'll do something really big with, treats and lemonade or something like that, just to kind of do a larger scale. But I know people are curious and wanting to know what's going on in there and what's happening. So at least I can get my doors kind of open and running Saturday.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Congratulations. Yeah, and we,
Congratulations.
whenever we do whenever we do an event, we pay for trolley. And then I think do we pay for it for chamber events too? Oh, on Saturdays, all through December. We partner with Chamber to have Santa downtown, and the trolley runs every Saturday.
Great.
So
Yeah, I
there's-
came down and visited just briefly, and it was neat because I have that little walk through alleyway right there, and my gosh, does a great job of kind of decorating it up in there. So I was excited to, know that that was something we can do because I'm big about decorating too.
Yeah.
So you'll constantly see my windows constantly changing with decor following whatever holiday or whatever event that might be going on downtown.
Great.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you guys.
I did have and I apologize for my lateness. I have a little pressing issue going on with my consulting work. Two things. So first of all, I guess I should also say that we're opening next door an extension of Otany, a kitchen and gourmet food store. So it'll be called Stir Crazy by Otany. And so that actually is going to open on March 14th. We're going to have really lots of fun meats, cheeses, serving ware and bridal and birthday and just some fun stuff. All of my impulse buys will be there. But really fun, like you can make a very beautiful charcuterie. We'll have like soup mixes, all that kind of stuff. But then also, Amanda and I were talking when we were meeting for the spring stroll, and we were really talking about how do we again engage. It just came up as a sidebar, our business partners that are not retail. And so one of my consulting clients that I'm working with them on some radio advertising. And I don't know if that's something that we have done before, but certainly I just didn't know if there was something we could devote a certain amount of our budget, and we could talk about it next meeting, but devote a certain part of our budget to a type of advertising that benefits our business clients so that people would understand that we have financial planning services and, real estate and banks and all the things that we have downtown that are not retail establishments because they're paying into the bid. That's just one thing that I was throwing out, but I just was trying to think of some alternate ways where, when we do say, what's the bid done for me? We can point out something specific, for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like ways to support the professional sector that is not even open during all these events that we're hosting, doesn't want to be open and isn't necessarily engaging in foot traffic from any of the marketing efforts, which is primarily what our board does is marketing efforts. So what can we do to help support those industries in ways that are different than what we're currently doing? So the radio, like advertising to specifically like business professionals, looking for other ways to support them. You gotta throw in something on this one. Yeah.
I mean, like, for instance, one of my clients,
Yeah.
we're doing a KMJ campaign, because that fits the demographic of the business the people that I support, that's exactly who they would target for demographics. So I'm not saying that's the right station. I'm just saying that, we did a lot of research around what made sense and talked to several news outlets, and that seemed to be the best thing. I just
Right.
it's really not out of the box. I was just like, oh, I'm doing this here.
I think we've talked about KMJ before, haven't we? You and I?
We might
I
have.
think so, yeah. There's also Fresno County is EDC, EOC. Who's coming?
All these letters.
I know.
Okay, so somebody wants to come in.
I got all the alphabets today. It's Visit Fresno County.
Visit
So
Fresno County, yeah.
formerly formerly the Fresno and Clovis Convention and Visitors Bureau. These are the, I know, which you black out after the third word. Nobody's listening. It's Visit Fresno County. So these are the folks who partner with the convention center in Fresno, the Save Mart Center, all the hoteliers. That's the entity
Right.
that Leslie's going to tell you about. Visit Fresno
Yeah.
County.
So we're going to get them on the agenda for April. They're going to come in and just give us a lesson and an education in our foot traffic and what people are looking for and where they're going after and how long they're staying here. And, you know, how much time are they spending dining, shopping, professional businesses? And they may have some insight in how we can help promote some of the professional ends of our things. So they're going to come in April to present to us.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we need to, so I know it's slow, but it will be positive in the end, but we're going to get everybody in this district popping.
Well, at least it's not foggy, so.
That's true. Yeah.
Or maybe even do a reel that Quinn could do for downtown, like, did you know? And then pop into some of the service businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. So. All righty.
And Penny, you're opening on Friday?
Yes.
Okay.
At 10 or what time is it?
The grand reopening ribbon cutting is at 10
At 10, okay.
this Friday.
Right.
Look it, that's a poppin' month right now, so that's great.
Yeah, I know. Look at us, Kingsburg people.
Yep. So Penny will be on Friday. Third time's a charm on Saturday. Soft opening. Chef Trolley this weekend. I don't know. So, all right. Anything else for the good? No. All right. So our next meeting will be April 7th at 8 o'clock in the morning. And we are going to agenda at 8:45.